John taught him a brutal lesson. That night, a pungent gas filled the air. John told him they were being reassigned to a new floor and could only hope for a good placement. Before long, everyone fell into a deep sleep. When Mike woke up, he was horrified to find himself tied to his bed, and John was walking toward him with a sinister look in his eyes. They had been sent to floor 171, a level so low that not even crumbs made it down. As Mike lay there in confusion, John patted him gently and spoke in a calm voice. He said he wouldn't need him right away. He'd wait 7 days first. If no food came in that time, then he'd start taking something from Mike to keep himself alive. 7 days passed. The platform never brought a single scrap of food. John, now driven to the edge by starvation, finally snapped. He pulled out his knife, tore open Mike's clothes, and sliced into his thigh. Mike had become his food supply. Just as things seemed hopeless, a woman appeared on the platform. She smashed a bottle over John's head, then pulled out a small knife and drove it into his neck. Thanks to her, Mike survived. But when he came to, he saw something that made his blood run cold. The woman was gnawing on John's corpse. When she noticed Mike was awake, she tore off a piece of flesh and held it to his lips. The stench made him gag, but survival left him no choice. He choked it down. After enduring another agonizing month, Mike woke up to find himself on floor 33. His new roommate was a woman named Mary, and she had a dog with her. Clearly a backup plan in case they ended up on a lower floor. Mary told him the prison had 200 floors. If everyone shared the food fairly, even the people at the very bottom could eat. But Mike shook his head. He'd already tried. No one here followed the rules. Still, Mary insisted on trying. She portioned out the food and told the people below to take only their share and pass the rest down. The people on the floor below cursed her out and told her to mind her own business. Mike couldn't take it. He shouted down at them, threatening to piss on the food if they didn't cooperate. That shut them up, but the threat meant nothing to the people above, who kept wasting food as always. The plan was doomed from the start. The next day, when the platform came down, the crazy woman was lying on top of it. She was badly wounded. Mike and Mary carried her to the bed and did what they could to treat her injuries. But late that night, the two women got into a fight. Mike rushed over to break it up and discovered the cause. The crazy woman had killed Mary's dog. After that, Mary gave up. She stopped trying to change anything and just wanted to survive long enough to get out. But a month later, when Mike woke from the gas-induced sleep, he was met with a nightmare. Mary had hanged herself right in front of him. To make matters worse, Mike had been reassigned to floor 202. No one knew how deep this hellish prison really went. Mike sank into total despair. The platform held nothing but empty bottles, and he hadn't eaten in 7 days. Then the hallucinations came. He saw John. He saw Mary. In the end, survival instinct overpowered everything else. Mike gripped his knife and slowly walked toward Mary's corpse. Drawing on what he'd learned before, he managed to endure yet another month. When he woke again, he found himself on floor 6. His new roommate was a man named Sean, who was practically vibrating with excitement. Sean kept calling up to the floors above, begging for help. This was the closest he'd ever been to the exit. Sean was convinced that if someone up there just reached out, he could make it out. He threw his rope upward and began to climb. When he was just inches from floor 5, he stretched out his hand, hoping someone would pull him up. Instead, someone pissed in his face.